Hi guys, this is Starcraft and welcome to the series of Starcraft English commentary. We're going to be watching SCVN Tournament 2024 Series B of the spring season, and we have finally concluded with the group stage. We're going to be starting with the double elimination stage now. So the 8 remaining players are going to be divided into 2 different... oh my god, probe not moving! Very annoying there. I was going to say, so 8 players, 4 of them will be in the winners bracket and the other 4 is going to be in the losers bracket. And the way it works is that if you win in the winners bracket, you proceed forward. But if you lose in the winners bracket, you get, you send down to the losers bracket and you have a chance to fight once again down in that area. And so that is going to be the state of things here for the 2 players involved. I guess for the 8 players involved. So in the winners bracket, we will have SCRVN, Terran player, Jas291 or Jasper, Protoss player, and we have Liquipedia. He normally is a Terran player, but he will play Protoss in his matchup against Mr. Moon Yang Ho, who is a Korean player who plays Terran. So we will have 2 Protosses and 2 Terrans in the winners bracket of the double elimination stage. And this is looking very much, this is possibly some of the strongest players you would have ever seen in this tournament, in this Series B, at least. Of course in the Series 8 is going to be a little bit of a stronger players, but these are the strongest ones right now, and one of these 4s are going to be more likely to win the tournament than the other 4 who are in the losers bracket. And out of the 4 players, 3 of them were in the number 1 position in their respective groups. That was Jas291, Liquipedia, and Let's CV aka Moon Yang Ho. And SCRVN is the wildcard winner. He was about to win in the he was able to win in the winner brackets playoffs, and he gets his seat here. So it's kind of like slightly not so not so qualified to be here. But anyways, we have the first SV coming out to kind of stop this probe, and I feel like that is an overkill from the Terran player. Let's see, normally we don't need to actually send any unit out until the probe starts to do significant damage to his enemies, and to his SCV, and usually by that time a Marine would have popped anyways. But yeah, that was what SCRVN was going for. We're going to be seeing no additional Marine from the Terran player, just directly go into factory here. Yeah, that's right, factory. On the Protoss side, we have Dragoon coming out, no Zealot whatsoever. So it's gonna be very, very interesting. I like this build. I like this no Zealot build. I feel like against Terran, there's absolutely like 5% chance that you actually need to have a Zealot in the beginning stage of the game. And it looks like SCRVN doesn't know that his enemy doesn't have a Zealot, so he's put up an SV on the ram with a Marine, and that's a complete waste here. Jasper is going to be able to come out to go for quick expansion. This is very good from Protoss player. Protoss players in the early stage of the game, their main objective is going to be just go to try to get the Nexus before the Terran is able to put down a command center, and we see that happening right now. I think Jas is feeling very happy. He's not seeing anything inside his enemy's base. He sees a single factory only. Bunker going up. I feel like SCRVN is kind of respecting his opponent too much here. He is not going for a fast command center. He's building a lot of Marines. Usually if you're going for you're gonna go for a bunker, you just need 5 Marine, not more. 4 Marine, excuse me, not more. But it might be that the 5th Marine is used for another attack later. We shall see. We're going to be seeing a Dragoon coming out yet, just looking for the situation inside. Of course, he's fearing also a vulture harassment. He's not sure if his enemy is going to be sending a vulture. Usually, I think Jas was able to see that SCRVN has built the factory add-on, at the very early stage. So he's not going to be coming out with a lot of vultures in the early game. But anyways, this SV gets in, and that's a mistake, man. Now the SV is not able to see that robo all the way in the corner there. By the way, this positioning of the pylon is very good. As you can see, you can build more stuff here later to completely wall yourself off in the case of drops. And look at the positioning of this pylon too. You can build another gateway here, and that's gonna be completely covering everything from from the risk of vultures. And this space right here, you can build like more gateways and stuff. So very, very good. What is that going to be? That looks to me like a robotics support base. So it's going to be going for very fast observers in exchange for, you know, just maybe fast third nexus, because he's going to be able to clear some mines. Looks like a Dragoon died by mistake there. That possibly must have been a mistake, because there's no way you get a Dragoon early, you know, you get an attack or battle so early in the game. And these probes are not mining the minerals a little bit too effectively. You need to actually kind of babysit your probe, man. And this early stage of the game, observer is going to be coming out now. And with that, we're going to be seeing more Dragoons on the south side here. Protoss need to look forward to take an expansion at some point. We have a small army movement here from SCRVN. This push is mildly scary. 2 tanks, 6 marine, 2 vultures, 3 vultures. Nothing else is inside the bunker. Let's see if there's enough from Jas to hold this. He's got only 4 Dragoons. Need to be in position. Observer is not in position to see this attack coming here. And usually during this time, sometimes Protoss is busy in the main, trying to keep the, you know, the threat of drops coming up, and Marine's gonna be on the high ground here. And at least 1 vulture will die, but looks like Dragoon need to find a fullback. Tanks possibly don't have siege. Very good Dragoon pullback though. He's gonna try to attack. Need to use, you know, have some of the weaker Dragoons back there. We have a mine truck exploding. These 2 tanks will be able to do some damage, but no reinforcing vultures. I think for now, Jas is feeling very, very good. He's got observers in position. Yeah, he needs to use observer to kind of move forward. He's gonna need to move out now. The nexus is cancelled. That's a mistake. I think he could have totally, I think, saved that nexus, man. Because only 2 tanks destroying the panda bear. And finally, this Dragoon's gonna be falling. He's gonna try to pull back, attack, move forward. You have enough forces to really do it. He's really moving forward. He takes out 1 tank, 2 tank. He needs to kind of pull back and defend against the vulture. Vulture's gonna try to get on the high ground. Let's see how good is the SimCity. We have already a Dragoon in here, and this vulture is able to run all the way in the corner. Oh my god, okay, looks like, okay, there's nothing here. You need to actually create this blockade very, very early, you know, in your production line. But anyways, at least that unit is clear. And let's see if Jas remember to put 1 more probe back on gas. He's 1 probe short in this gas line here. Yeah, he's not putting it back just yet. You need to also put more probes here. That attack was mildly successful from SCRVN, but the follow-up, I mean, the economy that Jas need to be able to, you know, get back is going to be very, very important here. You need to kind of not lose, you know, lose faith here. Finally, he puts more probes back, and he needs to go for an expansion now, because his enemy's got very, very nice economy with 2 command centers. It's gonna get set up, because do we have robotic support bay? We don't. Just fast it up Adun here. Yeah, looks like we're gonna be having a nexus coming down, and the game is gonna reset here. Jas is kind of set back a little bit after that attack, man. I feel like he could have handled a little bit better. He's got enough forces to really deal with the attack from the Terran army, from the Terran player. Yeah. Anyways, now we're gonna be seeing Dragoons moving out just to secure the high ground advantage outside of the Terran, you know, third base. But it looks like SCRVN is already ahead. He's got very fast command center. What are these Dragoons doing here? Losing a single Dragoons in the face of, you know, tank fire. I mean, during this time, if this is, if I was Jas291, I would double expand. I would go for another expansion around this 12 o'clock base, because there's no way I can break my enemy's 3rd command center. There's no way. So just go for an expansion. It's gonna be better. Looks like we might be going for Zelle with lag. Or why is he producing this very, very early? Okay, this SimCity is not so good. You need to create a SimCity here, not here, because like here you kind of you know, block yourself in. It's not very, very nice. But anyways, we're gonna be having, I think, a nexus we're getting created here by Jas. So the game is gonna transition nicely into the late, I guess, to the mid game here. Double armories from the Terran player. Not yet upgrading. I think Jas, you need to go for an expansion now. Yeah, he's got good you know, control, and he needs to start to transfer probes towards the new base. You know, I'm one of those players who really prioritize economy. I always try to transfer probes early. Of course, there's sometimes when you need to intentionally transfer your probes a bit later, when you know that there's gonna be an interception coming and you don't have any, you know, enough forces in the area to kind of prevent that. Then you need to really, you know, time your probes correctly here. But anyways, this looks to me like it's gonna be very, very nice. SCRVN is not going out for vulture harassment. He's got only 3 factories. He's going for double armory upgrades. So it's gonna be having very, very strong upgrades. And Jas is gonna be coming up with an expansion. Another one. This is nice from Protoss. When Terran is turtling hard like this, you can just expand crazily everywhere, because Terran's not going to be coming out to stop you. Yeah, I was going to say, when you're building your gateways, your first 2 gateway could be this one, but your 3rd gateway needs to be here, so it protects the probe as well from any kind of vulture run by. And we shall see what happens in that regards in just a few. And look at the space. The space this probe is allowed to be called home just gets smaller. Before it was this entire area. Now it's just this small space. Poor probe, he's got no space to live. We're gonna be seeing pylon blocking this area, and just gonna take another nexus. This is the way to play, man. You need to play like this. You need to just constantly expand. And if he can move into high template, would be great. He's gonna be going to Stargate. I don't really like this Stargate build. I mean, 2024, who plays Stargate versus Terran anymore? It's just Shadow, Storm, Zealot, Dragoons, Zealot, and just rinse and repeat. Sometimes Reavers could be thrown in for, you know, just hilarious effects here. But yeah, anyways, I don't know if this wall-in is good enough, or not. I don't think it's good enough. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna be seeing some pylon blocking. But I feel like this pylon line could have been created like this. But anyways, yeah, not yet. Another nexus coming down for Jas. He is just, you know, setting things up for the next part of the battle here. All right, we're gonna be seeing, you know, some Dragoon movement on the eastern side of the Terran 3rd base here. None of the players are gonna be making some major move, and we need to see an expansion coming up now from Jas. He's, I mean, 4 bases well and good, but against a player like SCRVN who really prioritize upgrades. And go for late game pushes, you need to be really ahead in bases. And I would even think about taking these corner bases and try to hold them on the high ground with pylon and cannons. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna be seeing some SCVs coming out, and SCRVN is looking forward to take a 4th command center at the 6 o'clock position. Vultures start to come out and exert themselves on this map here. We shall see. Okay, I would like to see maybe one more gateway to just completely wall off this area. But these vultures, these 4 vultures, going to be able to harass this base. Probes are going to be running. Only 1 cannon is not enough. I mean, he's doing a fairly good job. We might see some mine getting set up, and that would be a little bit unfortunate. But no, that last vulture dies, and Zelle with Lex has completed. Finally, we see a nexus comes down, and we're going to be seeing a command center here as well. So SCRVN is keeping up with the supply as well as the base count compared to the Protoss player. We are seeing some continuous scan from SCRVN here. He's just checking where is the you know, the presence of his enemy's forces on the map. And are we seeing? Okay, we're seeing some cannons because sometimes we might have drops. Arbiter Tribunal is created. Very strong and healthy economy and a lot of production facilities for Jas. Terran also looks very good. This op sees, you know, the perfect information. He knows that there's a lot of mines being placed, so needs to be super careful. This area is completely covered up with mine and turrets, so SCRVN is covering himself really well. And you know what? When I play Protoss, I love it. I love it when Terran puts a lot of mines and turrets in their base, because it means that they cannot go on and attack me, and it means I can use my energy for stasis and for defensive purposes and just gobble up the entire map. But anyway, he's going to be having the first, well, I guess not the first, the second major Terran push here, with +1 weapons and +1 armor. Let's see how far along are the other upgrades. Not far along at all. And they start to go for this base. I think this, okay, probes need to get transferred before the battle begins, man. Just got enough forces start to come out. Just 178 supplied, SCRVN 168. Vultures running on this side of the map. The vultures will get taken out. The Matrix on the vulture, that's hilarious. We're going to be having a mine drag though. No, maybe not mine drag. Engagement happening here. The tanks are completely out of position. This is a beautiful engagement from the Protoss player, and SCRVN is just, I mean, not too careful enough. We've seen times and time again when we're having a move out, the Terran army is just way out there in the open and not doing anything. These vultures are not part of the equation once again, just hanging out here, and the battle was won by Jas. But what happens to this base, because it's already been saturated, and I think we are now seized. Jas knows that the enemy's got a base there. Science is not yet destroyed. Where's the first arbiter of the game? Both the players need to kind of remax out very, very quickly. A gateway is being produced very, very nicely, and it looks like Jas gonna take them the base here. He needs to come out here and start to come out here and exert the presence on the map. There are no tanks on the high ground. There's there's no tank. There's no tank at all. The Dragoons need to move forward and just really plow through everything here. Very, very good movement, and the Zealots are attacking nicely, and probes getting pulled as well. The tank's gonna be coming from the back, but Dragoons will have the high ground advantage. So this base will possibly fall a number of vultures. Very nice. Probes need to get transferred here. Both the players need to kind of concentrate hard. Reinforcement coming from the north side, which is nice. We have only 1 tank and need to kind of slowly move forward, and the number of SCVs are plummeting. which is great. Probes need to get transferred now. He's making a lot of forces from his base. He's got a lot of money in the bank, so that's good. Zelle buying a lot of time as well, but these forces coming right through. There's some tanks in the back. Yeah, everything is getting destroyed. This is great, and tanks gonna be able to shell the Goliath. The Goliath eats a lot of shots here. And the last turret has fallen. These SCVs are gonna be running for their lives. The Zealots are trying their hard, their biggest effort to take out his enemies, tanks, and just continuous forces. We might see some stasis at some point because this Arbiters is very close to having 100 energy, and those Dragoons need to move forward. These tanks are able to hold the high ground, I guess. And finally, probes are getting transferred, and I would say Jas could take another base right here. He's got just so much minerals. Now it's gonna be time for Protoss to transition into high temperatures. I think at some point he need to make also a second Stargate. One Stargate is enough, but it's not enough. But he might be able to do some kind of damage if he can do one stasis, because his enemy's got only 3 tanks, and he knows exactly what happens at the 6 o'clock base as well as the right quadrant. He's finally gonna be coming out to try to claim that area for himself. These tanks are able to kind of siege and clear out these areas. Yeah, and I feel like doing those battles, and this kind of team happens more and more often in matches with SCRVN. He loses battle in the mid games, but he comes back strong in the late game. And this is a kind of lessons that we should, I mean, if you're going to be playing SCRVN in the future, you need to learn those lessons, which is that you need to make sure to really kill off your enemy. Do we have a recall? A recall happening around this area would be great. This is a very small area. It can kind of clear out the turrets. You may eat one mine, but that's okay. And then you're going to be able to come back and just, with more recalls later. Anyways, Protoss army is 183 supply, Terran is 169. We have nice army movements around the map. Jas is holding the area very nicely. But Terran's going to continue to grow. So what is going to be the answer to that equation? Tanks with +2 armors and +1 weapons started to move to this area. That's fine. This base has been mining out for a long time. So Jas is happy to trade it for this mineral-rich top left quadrant map here. We're going to be seeing some engagement. Why do we have a D-Matrix on a freaking Vulture? That's crazy. Anyways, these tanks are out of position. Once again, SCRVN is completely out of position. We need to see stasis. Stasis happening now. He's gonna stasis something. What are you doing? You have enough energy. What are you? He's got 162 energy, but he's not using that energy for anything. Stasis these tanks in the back. Oh my god, you've got so much energy. What are you? Maybe he doesn't have stasis upgrades. I don't know. But Protoss destroys everything. Everything got wiped out. That is great, but I mean, you should have used your stasis for something. You have more forces, and now I think he sees. He needs to see that his enemy's got a command center here. He sees. He needs to react accordingly. We have a small science vessels that was like not destroyed during that process. Yeah, and the battle is gonna be reaching on. You need to see this command center now. Are you kidding me? He's gonna go out here and attack, but he already saw. The fleeting, angles of that command center. They need to go out there and take it out with just a couple of Zealot. He's gonna do that right now. We see some some forces moving to that area, which is great. Some cannons getting created as well on this base. So that isn't so bad for our friend Protoss here. And he's gonna try to attack, but we have bunker. There's nothing in the bunker. There's some supply depot, and that's it, which is great. And all of these SCVs gonna get wiped out. That was a nice movement from Jas. He's maxed out. His enemy is only 162 supply, no response whatsoever from his from SCRVN. He's able to destroy this base, but this base could get sacked because the mineral count is not so much, man. But we are seeing forces moving to this area. This area's got more probes, and this is gonna be a way for SCRVN to kind of get back in the game. Do we have a recall? This Orbit is waiting for the recall right here, and probes are running away. At least these pylon walls are gonna be providing a nice wall here. A single Arbiter coming out and clearing vultures one by one, and the recall is going to happen now. A lot of forces. We need to have some EMP, and the EMP was a little bit too late. So many Protoss forces in the area. That EMP was really late, and this command center is going to get closer. We might see some mind drags as well. No, we don't see it. Dragoons are kind of eating each other brains, but very crazy glitch from the Dragoons, man. But yeah, anyways, this base is going to get wiped out. We need to get reinforcement from the back, just some Goliath. But we really need to see more tanks. SCV is gonna eat up the mind drag happening now. The mind drag destroying so many tanks, and Jas is so close to winning the first match here. He's clearing this command center. Terran is down to just a single, well, I guess 2 functional bases, because his main is almost mined out, and his other bases are also very close to mining out. Jas need to kind of max out his army once again, and just spam stuff out of his gateways. He's got a lot of gateway productions. Do we have another science tribunal? We don't. Terran tried to come out here and reclaim this base. That's a mistake. We see a command center get set up in this base. I mean, this command center was burning from before. And this is a very, very nice, cute move from SCRVN. We have tanks sieging on high ground, but everything coming from everywhere. And that was a very, very beautiful explosion. All the Dragoons get destroyed there. He's going to be able to clear out one of these tanks. He's going to try to do one mine drag. He clears out that tank, and he might do one more mine drag. And we even have some High Templars getting ready to storm. And SCV is coming out here. Oh my god, SCRVN is going to try to take out his enemy's base as well as claim a base for himself. This is freaking crazy, man. And just need to know that there's a base on the low side of this map. He's producing a lot of gateways on the high ground, which is fine. He needs to know now. He's going to try to come out with a lot of forces. He's waiting for the next engagement. Okay, these Zelle are getting destroyed. And he needs to know that there's a hidden base here. Probes getting transferred. And now he will know. When he sends the probes there, he will see that he's got a freaking hidden base in that area. And this one tank is going to come out. Oh my god, he knows that. Okay, you've been eating in my house. You've been stealing food from my kitchen. That's unacceptable. He comes out and clears everything. He's got so much supply ahead of his enemy. 193 supply versus 127. Terran is going to send the rest of his SV there. He tries to... What happens here? This base is going to get wiped out maybe. Which is fine. We're going to be having another mine drag. The last of the tanks are going to get destroyed. But we have a crazy mine eating up 2 Dragoons. And those units get destroyed here. But Terran is still surviving. Terran's still having a nice day. Tanks are attacking and SCVs are eating a lot of the splash damage. But this attack is possibly going to be able to kill off his enemy. Yeah, just got a very, very nice control game. He's got Dragoons. He's got production facilities everywhere. He can just make 1,000 of everything and start to come out and destroy his enemy. This base will need to get destroyed though. I mean, this is a thorn in the eye. There's so many SCV mining here. That's been eating up a lot of the minerals that should have rightly belonged to Jas here. But yeah, this last tank is going to be falling. We have another mine drag. Protons have +3 weapons and +3 armor. Terran's got +3 and +3. This Arbiter is doing a good job deterring his enemy here. But yeah, this base is still mining. It's been mining for a long time. And Protoss has got, he's forgotten he's got some forces on this north side. He's forgotten he's got some forces there. And we shall see what is going to be the next move for Protoss here. He's going to try to clear these tanks, which is great. He's going to come out. Oh my god, does he not know that there's a freaking command center here? Does he not know? I mean, I'm sure he knew. He has known at some point in the past. Yeah, and he's gonna be able to come out and attack the last tank. He's gonna be storming this tank and storming as well the SCV, and so this is gonna be the end of Terran. He had doubled the supply that Jas has compared to his enemy. And GG from SCRVN. Let's move on to the second tank. See you soon. Bye bye.